Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever Night Trek live stream. We are hanging out. We are chilling. We are just doing all the things if we can. This is my first live stream. I don't know if I'm going to be on camera just yet, but I am going to try out a few things tonight. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. But for the most part, this is just a chance for people to come in if they can and talk to me, see if they like my whole vibe, and we're just chilling. It's easier to be critical of yourself and of the things that you do if you have a benchmark, and that's kind of what this is. It'll be a benchmark. So we're going to give time, or we're going to have time for people to come in if they want to watch. We are working on some video issues. I know it's echoey, as the ticker at the bottom says, but for the most part, or in general, we're doing okay so far. So if you don't know, I have a TikTok, which I can, I don't know how to do putting that on screen, but I'm sure you're smart. You can figure out how to find me on TikTok. It's literally just the Night Trek, or Ensign Lee. If you need help spelling that, my name is down at the bottom. I should actually probably make myself be in the center. There we go. That's me. That's my logo. That's the logo, the official logo of the USS Mavis. Now, for those of you who don't know, the USS Mavis is a Galaxy-class starship. Excuse me. It's a Galaxy-class starship, one of the last Galaxy-class starships that was made at the California shipyards. And excuse me. It was made, and it's not being decommissioned, but they're trying to update it essentially. So, actually, you know what? Let's try to see if my camera's working. Because if it's working, then maybe I'll be on camera. Hello? We're doing a test to see if this is working. I'm working. It is working. So that's cool. This is me. Sorry for not being a more attractive person. Sorry for not being a thin or I don't know the word, but I won't always look like this. I've actually got a uniform that I will be wearing. Tonight, though, the captain has allowed me to not wear my uniform. This is actually what I wear under my uniform. It's usually black. I only have the science color. Sorry for that. But you know what? It's all Star Trek. But anyway, the story of my whole channel is that I am an ensign. Okay, I'm a helm operator. Right here in front of me is the LCARS thingy. I'm on the bridge, and I'm a night shift bridge junior officer, and I work the night shift. And our ship, the Mavis, is in between Jupiter and Saturn because there's a subspace anomaly there. Now, this subspace anomaly allows me to be able to monitor transmissions coming from 20th century Earth. That means I can watch movies, I can listen to podcasts, I can watch television shows, and I've also watched all of Star Trek, which, well, I mean, I've watched most of Star Trek. If we're out of character right now, I've watched the original series, TNG, all of Deep Space Nine, all of Voyager. I've never seen Enterprise, but I am working on it. That's one of the next things that I'm getting to. I've only seen a little bit of Picard. Seen all the movies, but I enjoy a lot of Star Trek. Pretty much everything up to a certain point. I've never seen Strange New Worlds. I've never seen Discovery. I've never seen what was the other one? Lower Decks. But everything I've seen from those things have given me this pit in my stomach, like I don't know what they're going for, because it doesn't feel like Star Trek. So I am waiting for good Star Trek to return. Now, have I seen it? No. Should I judge it based on that? Probably not. So what I'm going to do is I will eventually watch Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, even Discovery if I really have to. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll do it in the sake of being a fair and I don't know the word. My comm badge has slipped down. Oh gosh. Let's put it up here. This is the the one that they made specifically for. That's the comm badge made specifically for one of the TNG movies. I can't remember which one, but they decided to test it out on Deep Space Nine first, which personally, Deep Space Nine is my favorite. TNG will always be, for sentimental reasons, will be my favorite because I was a kid when it came out. But Deep Space Nine, I recently rewatched it, and it is just the best. In fact, actually, even though I don't have anybody here just yet, an actor from Deep Space Nine who died. She died in 2021. Actually, it was the actress for Kai Opaka. Today, I guess, actually yesterday was her birthday, but her name was Camille Saviola. She played Kai Opaka in the first 4 episodes, or I'm sorry, in 4 episodes of Deep Space Nine. But like I said, yesterday was her birthday, which if you celebrate, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. But we're just gonna talk about her for a little bit because Kai Opaka. I'm a big fan of the Bajorans. The Bajorans are a really interesting thing for Star Trek because Star Trek is all about learning new things about people, and in that culture in the culture of Star Trek, especially like the later stuff, like from TNG and on, they have kind of gotten rid of their gods. Not that they don't have them, but religion never really plays a major part in the people of Starfleet and Earth. Not for the most part, anyway. But when Deep Space Nine came out, they kind of changed that. They took a technologically advanced civilization, like where the Federation comes from, and they pitted it against a technologically advanced civilization that still has religion. And you'd think that religion really wouldn't play a part in a technologically advanced civilization, because in the climate that we live in, basically, people think that we would outgrow gods, and in Star Trek, they kind of have. The humans, at least, kind of have. But the Bajorans. Now, the Bajorans are different because the Bajorans, they have the wormhole aliens, or the prophets. Ooh, the prophets. That sounds different. Well, it was different because what do you do when you come up against a civilization that can prove they're gods? That's crazy, isn't it? But hey, you know what? I'm here for it. It was a good thing. Anyway, Kaiopaka was one of their spiritual leaders of sorts. And in the show, without spoiling anything, she's not on the show for very long. She doesn't die or anything, but technically she doesn't die. But she's only on the show for a little bit. But she is a really good character. And we're just acknowledging the fact that she was on the show. She was good. And I think people, if they've never seen Deep Space Nine, the first few seasons are kind of rough to get through, but it is a really good show, and I hope I wish more people would watch it because it's good. So let me send a message here. I have a friend who sometimes stops in every once in a while. He's called Androck. Now that's part of the other story of my character on this live stream. I have a friend. His name's Androck. He is in the story. He is a sentient AI. Okay, and he is going to pop in every once in a while, talk to me, harass me, and generally be a thorn in my side. I love him, but he is. He's going to pop in every once in a while, be like, "Oh, hey," say things probably in the comments. But he might stop in here sometime soon, hopefully. Big fan of having little stories and little, like, what do you call it? Side things, not side things. I can't think of the word. I'm a big fan of having like a story to go along with a thing that you're working on, you know. So if you have a live stream, it's cool if you have like a reason for doing it. So like my reason would be I'm a night shift worker on a bridge, I'm bored, and I will monitor things like I'm supposed to with my job. But every once in a while, I'll throw up on the screen. I'll throw up like a movie or TV show, and while I'm watching those things, I'm either going to review it while I'm watching, or I'm going to review it after the fact and give you my thoughts. For example, so I watched Superman. Now on my TikTok and on my Instagram and on my I can't remember. Yeah, I think I put it here on the YouTube channel. But on all those, I kind of gave a short little summary of what I thought. For those of you who are not on my level, not on my level. That's not the word I'm looking for. For those of you who have not followed me on there, what I said is that Superman was okay, not a bad movie at all. It wasn't terrible, but it didn't really hit the mark for me. It was just a little bit too lighthearted. The story was just a little kind of all over the place. There were a lot of jokes in places that I thought could have been cut or not put where they were, because it undercut the more serious moments. And I think there should have been serious moments in Superman, because Superman is he's a very serious man. I think Superman should have been treated the way Captain America was treated in the Marvel movies. Not exactly to that degree, but somewhere along those lines, where he's given like the reverence of being who he is, but also being given like the respect that he's deserved as being Superman. That's not to say the actor was bad. The actor was great. David Cornsweet was a good Superman. I like him. He's not my favorite, but he's a really good Superman. But I just wish those jokes and the James Gunn of it all was turned down just a little bit. Like, I wish he would have gotten out of his own way long enough to make it seem like he's make it seem like Superman is a more serious person than what he came off in that movie. But it was okay. It was a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's just not the Superman movie that I was looking forward to. Say, I'm gonna roll these up. I know I'm not a working man like O'Brien, but I'm still a man who gets hot. Yeah, but yeah, I liked the movie. I thought it was okay. It wasn't horrible. I wish there was more put into it as far as like a little bit of lore and stuff, because the backstory of Superman has been explored to death. But I kind of like an origin story movie. I'm not opposed to those at all. And people who have a problem with that, that's fine. Everybody has their own opinions, and I'm okay. You know what they say about opinions? Everybody's got one, and sometimes they're not good. But my thoughts about that, at least, is that I think a good origin story for a Superman movie would have been good, especially if you're starting it off. Like I know this is actually technically the second or third James Gunn thing. I think it's the second James Gunn led thing, and it's kind of, I don't want to say unfair, but it would be better if he would have started off by at least introducing Superman. It's been a while since we've had a Superman movie, especially since the last one was so divisive. I know that the Snyder Cut came out and people, they either loved it or hated it. There's a lot of Snyder bros who loved it, a lot of non-Snyder fans who loved it as well. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best. But his cut of the Justice League movie, I'm sorry, I didn't clarify that. His cut of the Justice League movie, his finished product and everything, it was okay. It wasn't a horrible movie at all. It didn't really make or break anything. And I don't think, well, I mean, we know now that they're not moving forward with the Snyderverse. So we'll see if that's even something that ever comes up again. But Henry Cavill was a good Superman and all that. I forgot my point. But I saw that movie, thought it was okay. The new Superman movie, I thought it was okay. I think a lot of people will like it. It's obviously done gangbusters I think gangbusters is the term I'm looking for, but it's obviously done really well at the theaters. And I think that's a good thing, because I think people are dying for some hope and for some levity. And I think the Superman movie will give them that, to turn off your brain for a while and just kind of enjoy watching a Superman doing Superman things, which he does lots of Superman things. You know, he saves a squirrel. He saves a little girl. And I just rhymed. So that's something that I do sometimes, I guess. I guess I rhyme now. Anyway, so yeah, that was my review of Superman. It was okay. But yeah, if you don't follow me on any of my socials, I have several places you can follow me. I got a TikTok. Yeah, I'm sorry. So my TikTok is tiktok.com/Ensign Lee. You can follow me there. I've got an Instagram. It's just the Night Trek. That's all. I'm on Threads for some reason, because Threads and Instagram are linked together. I don't know anybody who goes on there, but if you want to go on there, that's fine. I think I've got a Blue Sky account just because I know a lot of Star Trek fans are on Blue Sky. I'm not super active on there, but hey, if you want to follow me there, that's cool. Sorry, I had to mute myself. But yeah, I've got several socials. Just search the Night Trek, just like it said in the channel name. It's not hard to spell, but yeah, the whole what do you call it? The whole channel story is that. Now, if you are a real life Star Trek fan, well, obviously you're a real life Star Trek fan, but if you're a fan of Star Trek and you want to participate in Star Trek themed things, there is a group, a collection, a federation, if thou willst, called Starfleet International. Their website is sfi.org, and it is a collection of people who are fans of Star Trek, and it's basically a big fan community, but it's great. $12 a month or something, maybe give or take a dollar or two, depending on your level of involvement. Man, I'm sorry. There's something just messing with my foot, and I don't like it. So sfi.org. We'll go to their Twitter account real quick. So it's the world's largest Star Trek fan association. It is a group that you can join to hang out with other Star Trek fans. And you probably already know about this if you're really deep into Star Trek stuff and you really want to be part of it. But they are really well put together. They make you feel included. There's all sorts of levels of involvement you could have, but this is basically just a little unaffiliated, not unaffiliated, but like unsponsored ad for it, because I don't have sponsors. I'm a very, 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 very small channel. But anyway, this group, oh man, I hit myself. This group, in this group, I should say, I am an ensign on board a certain ship. And I like to role play within that world, and I've brought it to YouTube just a little bit. So if anybody wants to join Starfleet in real life, this is as close as you'll get. So hopefully people will enjoy going on there and seeing stuff. I'm scrolling through their what do you call it, X account right now, and they got a lot of good things that they do. A lot of times they go to words are just going off into the ether here for me. My brain is off. I don't like tribbles. I'm gonna do a side tangent here. I really don't like tribbles. I understand that they like to eat everything and they, whatever, but I'm just not a fan of those things, Trolls make me angry, and no one likes me when I'm angry. I mean, I guess nobody likes anybody when they're angry, but I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. So in this Starfleet group, they go to a lot of charity events. They do a lot of meetups and stuff if you want to participate and stuff like that. Which I don't necessarily. I'm not a big fan of going to places, but eventually I'd like to go to maybe a Comic-Con or something in my local area. I wouldn't travel across states or the country to get there, but whatever. But anyway, for right now, we're just hanging out. We're just checking things out because my friend that's supposed to be joining me, he's not responding to my messages. He was here earlier when we did a test, but because I rely on him to help me with a lot of things. He's my boy. He's my AI friend. He's like my data, but I love it. So, we are just looking for things to talk about. Has anybody seen the Tron Legacy sequel trailer? Has anybody seen that? I thought it was cool. I'm a big Tron fan as well. It looks promising on a lot of levels, but yeah, I was a little worried about Jared Leto being there, but he's in the movie already. They done filmed it, and it is what it is. So I hope they do Justice. Big fan of seeing Jeff Bridges come back for Mr. Flynn. He was one of my favorite parts of the newer movie back from like 2010, I think it was 2009, 2010. But it looks promising. I'm a big fan of Tron, and I want to see Tron done correctly. But yeah, the trailer was really good. It does have that one actress from The Acolyte. I don't know. She played Mother Anastasia. That's the thing about me, real quick. If we can do a sidebar, I used to be a huge Star Wars fan. I'm talking like all my thoughts were encompassed by Star Wars. Like this was the bubble, and I was, the bubble was around my head. Just like my background is failing, but just like I'm sorry, not failing, but just like the background behind my head is being weird. Man, I was a Star Trek or Star Wars man through and through. Star Wars has slowly waned, actually quickly waned in the past 10 years or so. And I kind of fell out of love with it. So, but I know a lot about Star Wars. I do. But recently, here in the past year or two, I've been getting more and more into Star Trek again. And I feel like Star Trek is the not the future. What am I saying? Star Trek is it's more interesting to me at this point in my life. So anyway, I don't remember when I started talking about Star Trek or Star Wars, but it's definitely a sore spot with me that Star Wars lost favor with me. I'm also really big into Dune. Love Dune. It's one of my favorite books. I've got a copy of it. I'll show at another time, but really, really love Dune. But anyway, so the Tron trailer came out, and it was okay. Looks pretty good. I wish there was more going on with it. As far as like, I want to see more. But the soundtrack was really, or the soundtrack, the music of the trailer was really good. I'm a big fan of Nine Inch Nails, their early stuff, and the music sounds great. I can't wait to see more or hear more from that. So, but yeah, I hope we get some people joining soon. That'd be cool if in my first live chat I had at least one person. At least one person. Looking at you, Kawebo. That's the person who should be in my chat right now, telling me that I'm stupid, because that's what he does. But I love him. Love him. Let's see. What are my other things on my agenda? I guess Taika Waititi is planning on directing a Judge Dredd movie, which, like, that doesn't sound like a good fit, if you ask me. And no one's asking me, but I asked myself, and myself says, I don't want that. So, not a fan of Taika Waititi, but to each their own. Yeah. So I'm guessing my co-streamer man, Mr. Androck, Mr. Kawebo, Mr. Leaves Me Hanging in My Dire Need, Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? I don't know. Gondor being my man Androck. Excuse me. Yeah, he's left me hanging. So when Gondor calls for aid, Rohan will answer. If he needs aid, I will answer him. So, because that's the type of person that I am. So, let's see. So another topic we could talk about real quick is that I'm going through all of Star Trek again. I started back last year a little bit. I got pretty far into it. I am now not halfway. I'd say maybe 3/4 of the way, three-quarters of the way through Voyager. I'm on season 5, towards the end of season 5, getting ready to start season 6 fairly soon. And I am enjoying all of it. It's great, but I'm also reviewing all of it. So I've actually restarted. I'm watching it with another person so I can get kind of like their take on it as well, because I know how I feel about it, but it's always nice to watch something with another person to see if they are basically pulling out of the show what you are pulling out of the show, because sometimes it's hard to gauge, like, am I understanding these things correctly, or am I just seeing things where they aren't there? So I like to bounce ideas off of that person. So I'm taking notes. I don't have my notes up here with me on the bridge because I am stupid. And if anybody knows anything about being stupid, it is that being stupid makes it hard to function. But my notes are in my quarters, and I will probably have those for the next time. But in those, I'm chronicling my thoughts on right now the original series. I'm going through the original series first, and I'm trying to pull out things that are interesting to me, things that make me enjoy the show, and show that I am not stupid for liking it. Which there's millions of fans, so I clearly am not stupid for liking it. Or maybe I am. I'm fooling everyone. But we'll see. Anyway, so I'm probably halfway through the first season of the original series, and so far I'm loving it again. When I watched it the first time, I had a really good time because I had never seen it in entirety before. So I'm talking like I had seen all the memes, and I thought William Shatner acted a certain way, but then you watch it and you're like, wait a second, William Shatner is actually not that bad of an actor, and the settings and things are, I mean, while it's limited by technology at the time, and they couldn't make things look perfect, the stories were like way better than they had any right to be. And you watch it in our modern times, and you're blown away with how interesting the stories are and how interesting the characters are. It's like that. That's where the cream is. That's where the jelly filling on the inside of that donut is. It's really interesting. And I'm a big fan of Kirk and Spock and Bones and McCoy. All those guys are just really good actors, or really good characters. But go through that, and so I will probably end up having a series on here where I review each show. Maybe not every episode individually. Maybe I'll do like groups of episodes at a time, because let's face it, some of the Star Trek episodes they lack a little bit. They're not perfect. I'm looking at you, Spock's brain, but I like it all. I like all the original stuff. Everything I can get my hands on, I like to consume when it comes to Star Trek right now. I'm not really into the books or the animated series. I didn't watch those, the animated series, which I know it continues the story of the original show, but I could not. I just couldn't even. I wanted to stick with what most people knew, which is all the live action stuff and the movies and things. So, forgive me for not doing that, but so if that's something you guys want to see, if that's something that anybody wants to see, drop a like in this video. You can comment below. I could even, you know what? Here, check this out. Hey, check this out. That's a new segment we're doing. Hey, check this out. No, I'm kidding. That's not a new segment. Let's see. We'll do a. Did it pop up? No, it did not. Let's do this. Like and subscribe. Dun, 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 dun. Which I'm not going to be doing things like that where it's like, hey, like and subscribe the video. I don't know why I was a Russian person just then, but whatever. But yeah, like and subscribe if you really want to do something. Leave a comment, please, because that would be fun to have a comment other than my own, because my own comment is here. For example, here, we'll just do this. We'll show this. Let's keep it civil. Please be nice to me. I am just a humble caveman, and I would like validation, please. Oh, no, it's fine. But yeah, check the comments. Leave me a comment in the video if you're here. If you're here, if there's anyone out there, join me. I mean, I'm not just going to sit here and wait. I'm not like waiting for visitors. I'm talking about things that I'm passionate about. But I have a lot of ideas for things for this channel in the future, and I want to do them justice, because I know justice. I'm Batman. I want to do them justice because I appreciate Star Trek, and I am tired of people who, not that they don't appreciate it, but I feel like a lot of people just kind of, they've turned into consumers. And by consumers, I mean like the ones who just, everybody's heard the line, consume product and get ready for next product, or however it's said. And I feel like that is a very valid thing that people are like, that's like their whole mentality, is they're like, oh, I'll watch this show, and whether or not it's good, like without even thinking about if it's like, if the stories are well written, they just go, wow, bright colors, flashing lights, that's really cool. This reminds me of a thing that I know about. And it's a little frustrating, because Star Trek, all media used to be that way, but Star Trek, for the purposes of this channel, Star Trek used to be known for having really well-written stories, thought-provoking, and entertaining things. And not that modern Star Trek isn't entertaining, because, I mean, I don't want to make fun of people who like it, but like, low-key, I think the old stuff was better. And when I say old stuff, I mean from the original series to like the last Star Trek movie that came out before Star Trek 2009, I think it was, with J.J. Abrams. He's a whole other problem. He's a whole other issue that we have to deal with. And I think his influence in Star Trek was not a good thing. But I can't control that. And I don't doubt people or think they're stupid for liking it either. I just don't want to include that kind of stuff in my headcanon. And to me, my headcanon is all that matters. And I know other people feel the same way. So that's fine. That's fine. If you like the new stuff, if you like things from Kurtzman Trek to now, your opinion is valid. I just do not share it. So I can't remember what I was talking about, but I worked with the best, and he ain't that. Let's see. I'm going to. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. So, going forward, if you want to give me suggestions on this channel about things I should review, costumes I should wear if you want me to, or if you have tips, useful tips, not tips like lose weight. I know. Look at me. If I was in the actual 24th century or whatever, I probably wouldn't be a large man, but I am a large man. And I live in the real world, Anakin. Come back to it. But yeah, no. Helpful suggestions, which I know that's helpful. Telling me to lose weight is a helpful suggestion, and I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. But helpful select suggestions, things that will help this channel, things that you would want to see, because anymore we have to make content to enjoy content. I mean, I can't tell you how many times directors and producers and people who write for the things that we enjoy, because we're both in this, you and me. Look, hey, you and me, I'm going to throw a name out there. Adam, you watching this right now, or Timothy, you watching this, or Caitlin, you watching this right now. If I just said your name, I'm talking to you. But for me, Lee, which is my name right there, we have to take the reins away from the people we don't like. However you want to take that however you mean. But for me, I want to see somebody talk about Star Trek. And there's a lot of YouTubers on here who talk about Star Trek. A lot of people I agree with. And I want to contribute to that. I'm not looking to make rain. I'm not looking to make rain. I would be God. No. I'm not looking to make money from this. I'm not looking to become an influencer or any of the stuff that people aspire to be nowadays. I just want to talk about Star Trek. And I want to talk about the things that I enjoy, things that I like. I want to talk about video games. I want to talk about, like I said, Star Trek. I'll talk about Star Wars if Star Wars gives me something to talk about. I would love to. And I want good stuff to come out again. I really do. But like I said, we have to seize the means of production. And I only mean that in the sense that the people, if you want to see something good, you make it first. And then other people will follow your lead. So if you're a fan of horror, write a horror novel, make a short horror movie, start a YouTube channel where you talk about horror. If you are a fan of Westerns, or you really enjoy the real, not real, if you enjoy the American Girl dolls, I don't know, fake babies, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, talk about it. Post about it on social media. Become the thing that you want to see, and then you'll see that stuff around you. Now, you might have a personal life. Well, you might have a personal life. You will have a personal life. So your personal life can become part of what you like too. You can keep those things separate if you want to, or you can merge them into one. And I like to do both. So I would like to formally invite everyone to make the thing that you like to see in the world. Bake a cake. Baking is really fun, or it can be fun. I don't know how to do it, but I like watching people do it. And the outcome of baking is food. And I clearly like food too. So I would love to taste recipes and things, but I am stupid, as I've said before. And that's not me self-deprecating myself. I'm not hating on myself with that one. It's just a fact. It's an objective fact. I like food. So that is pretty much the stream for tonight. I mean, I'm not ending just yet. We still have about 15 minutes or so. But without my partner in crime, Mr. Androck, who am I going to talk to? Nobody. I talk to myself for the most part. I don't talk to myself. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but not like that. But for those of you interested, I will talk about Strange New Worlds just for a moment because I haven't watched it. I know there's a new season. I think it's season 3. Yes, season 3 has started. I like Anson Mount. I don't think he's a good Pike, but he's a good actor for the most part. And I've never had the desire to see more of the original series stuff. I love it, but I just don't need any more of that. I like the more from TNG to Voyager is like there's this little bubble, and that's what I like the most of. But I'm willing to give things a chance. So eventually I'll get to Strange New Worlds, but apparently season 3 started, and you can watch it now if you're into that. So whatever. So, but we are getting low on time a little bit. We've got about, like I said, 15-ish minutes. And I know no one's joined just yet, but we got time. This first stream, I think I'm going to keep it to about an hour. I've done a couple of test streams. We did 10 minutes first, I think. None of those are listed, so you can't find them anywhere on YouTube unless you have the secret link. And I will probably not make those available because I am self-conscious about them. Plus, there was a couple of mishaps in the second one that I did, and they will probably never see the light of day. Sure. But this will be my first live that I will keep up. My second live that I did was around 20 minutes. So this is the longest I've gone. It's not the longest I've talked. I've talked for way longer. I can be a talker, but it's got to be about something I'm passionate about. And I am passionate about Star Trek. So, but I will still be regularly making posts on all my various socials. I think they're all listed on my channel. My channel name. What am I saying? My channel stuff. If they're not, I'll add them on there. But excuse me. Yeah, YouTube. I'm on there. Clearly, that's where we're at right now. But I've got a Twitter account again. My Twitter handle is Night Trek Show, all one word. I regularly post there. Like I said, I have a TikTok account. It is just the Night Trek. I've got an Instagram account, which is, you guessed it, the Night Trek. And I can't remember any of the other ones that I said earlier. So if you want to know the other ones, you'll have to rewind the stream like a video tape, because those exist still. Well, they do exist, but whatever. So, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah. I may create a Discord if this channel becomes anything worth anything. And I hope so. I hope I have people who would like to talk and enjoy each other's company. I don't want to be the famous one. I want to make the group famous. I want people to know that they can come together and talk about Star Trek, because there's lots of different hubs that people go to. They talk about Star Wars, and a lot of people like to talk about Star Wars, but I don't see a lot of people talking about and having groups where they're talking about the things that they don't like about Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe I should make the channel about Star Wars too. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to do? But the same thing with like Indiana Jones and literally everything else that Disney has touched and ruined and killed and then picked the corpse over. Oof. But anyway, this channel will be my main channel probably to talk about everything. Not just stuff that I don't like. I'm not a hater on everything. I'm just really, really fed up with people who, like I said, they just suck down everything without even giving it a second thought as to, is this good? You know, am I weird for not liking this? So I'd like to give people some room. I want people to have a little bit of a breathing room, a little breathing room where they can come in and breathe in this room and go, yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't like that either. Oh, you didn't like it? Well, I guess we're friends now. That can be us, man. That can be us. We can talk about things. So, one day I will have a live where I have people in my chat. Oh shoot, sorry about that. I'll have people in my chat and we can all kind of talk about things. We can talk about recent things, new things, and we will be friends, and everyone will have differing opinions, and no one will be mad at each other, and it will be a nice utopia, just like the Federation of Star Trek, where there's no war and people don't smoke cigarettes or vape. That was one of the things I didn't like about Picard, was they showed not Rainey. Is her name Ronnie? Randy? Ron? Swanson? Samsonite. I was way off. No, whatever that character's name was, I can't remember. She was like smoking or something, and it's like, this is the future where like people don't have vices. You know, it's a post-scarcity world. Why are there still people making vapes? I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like that. I know people still smoke in the future, probably, but whatever, dude. I just personally didn't like it. I actually didn't like the first 2 seasons of Picard anyway. I stopped watching because it was just really uncomfortable to watch, because I just wanted to throw things at my TV. So, we are going to get out of here in about 8 minutes, and we will, we will just really, we will. You know what we should do? Here's what you should do. Go to YouTube, or not YouTube. I think. No, never mind. Dang it. Well, shoes. Here's what you should do. In my chat, even if this is an after stream thing, just call Kawibo, K-A. Actually, you know what? Here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Here we go. We're gonna do this. Tell Kawibo he's a good boy, because we love Kawibo. He did not abandon me on this stream. He did not cause me heartache and shame. He is a good man, and we love Kawibo. So that's my closing statement. Tell Kawibo he's a good boy. He's my best friend. He's like a brother. He's a word or two that I can't say, but we love Kawibo here. Kawibo is our mascot. I'll put it that way. Let's just say Kawibo is our mascot. Man, I need to get a green screen. Look at that. Just like my background is failing, so too did Star Wars. But anyway, everybody tell Kawibo he's a good boy, because we love him and we want him to succeed in life. So I think I'm going to end it there. We're not going to make it quite to an hour, but it's okay. Well, we did the darn thing, didn't we? So if you guys had any fun watching this, even if you didn't have fun watching this, just tell me. I'll change for you. You can change me. Tell me whatever you thought about me on any of my socials, just search up the Night Trek or ensign.lee or my email. You can email me, all those things. But let me know what I can do to make you happy here on this channel where I talk about Star Trek. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Dislike the video, do whatever you want. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So that's going to do it. Until I stream again, or until you see me in another video, I want to say Qapla', and I don't like saying live long and prosper, but I guess for my first live stream, live long and prosper, and Qapla'.